Madam Mayor, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, as Chief Executive of the Borough Council, and on behalf of the leadership, Councillor Sexton and Councillor Bateson with us tonight, allow me to extend a very warm welcome to you to this council chamber here at Knoll Green. Now, I have a simple duty tonight to advise you that there are no fire tests. So, should the alarm sound, please follow instructions and we will muster in front of the council offices on the green. Now, it gives me great pleasure in introducing Colin Squires, OBE, the chairman of the Spelthorne Civic Trust Awards.
We are well. Welcome everybody here tonight to this special occasion in the both for I think the borough and certain recipients tonight. As you gather, I'm Colin Squire, I'm chairman of the trustees, and perhaps I just first would like to introduce fellow trustees. Robert Kent at the end of the table here, David Martin, our treasurer here, Robin Sider, Jean, and yes, any new, as I always forget somebody, but I think I've got all the trustees here. Peter Harding, our treasurer, he's sitting in the corner there, and I'd thank them very much for being such a great support and help during the year. A special thanks to the Spelthorne Borough Council and to the Chief Executive, Mr. Daniel Mowat, who continues to give superb support to the trustees. And the team from the council, I must say, they've gone beyond normal expectations in every way in helping us to organise the event and the sort of buffet catering after this formal part of the evening. And a special welcome also to our borough councillors for attending this evening and being again so supportive. And once again, we've had the lovely guides to help our awardees get to the rooms and find their way around. So I do thank them. It's always such a pleasure to have them with us. It's so important that we all recognise the value of volunteer support. Not obviously, particularly, we're supporting Spelthorne tonight, but in the whole of the country. It really is, what shall I say, it's the glue that puts us together. It's the, everything happens in a way because of those volunteers that get that extra support in so many areas of life. And I'm very pleased that tonight we have, I think, 13 recipients who have enriched the lives of so many others during the year. And through at least 12 years to receive an award. And we owe them all a huge debt of gratitude. These, we have tonight one posthumous award, which for David first, which is sad, but also we're so pleased that we can particularly honour David for the work that he did for so long in Laleham. Now, everybody gets a certificate and a plaque, but we also have a wonderful book where all the recipients, every year, their names drawn into our Roll of Honour book, and it's kept here at the council. I don't know if the book is on show here tonight, but it is on show. And Margaret Stanley, our engraver, who I should have mentioned, has for many years now engraved the names on the certificates and on the Roll of Honour. It's a little work of art, this book, and it's part of the history now of, I think, this borough. And we're going to talk a teeny bit more about the borough a little later this evening. So thank you for being here. You're so welcome. It's a special evening. And without further ado, I'd like to ask the Mayor if she would present the awards. And Mr. Robert Gant, who's a trustee, but I may say puts in a massive effort as well in writing the citations for each of the awardees. And he takes all the information we have and puts it in a lovely précis form, which I hope does justice to the work involved. So, once again, welcome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chairman. I have great pleasure in presenting the candidates for the Civic Awards and Letters of Commendation. Civic Awards. David Brown, nominated by Harvey Heike. Engagement with the local community is a theme that runs through David's life. He's been an adult leader at 6th Stane Scout Group for over 34 years. Throughout his service, he's been awarded a series of prestigious awards that testify to his commitment and dedication. These include the Chief Scout's Commendation for Good Service in March 2000, the Medal of Merit, April 2007, the Chief Scout's 30 Years Service Award, October 2020. David's engagement is evident in all spheres of Scouting activity. These have included leadership at some 1,550 regular evening meetings, annual camps, civic parades, a host of district activities, and prestigious award meetings. Particularly rewarding for David is the presence in the 6th Staines troop of the sons from previous cohorts of Scouts. Such is the reward of long service. In so many ways, David has enriched the lives of young people. This demands formal recognition. We pay tribute to the work of our leaders who, like David, make sure that formal training, embedded within social engagement and respect for others, becomes a feature in community life. For these reasons, David, with this Civic Award, we gratefully acknowledge your contribution to the well-being of Scouting in Staines upon Thames. If you would step forward, please.
Yes, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you.
John Graham, nominated by Monica Jones. The recent annual report for Spelthorne Borough reminds us that 17% of its surface area is water, and that a 12-mile stretch of the River Thames forms its southern boundary. What a wonderful resource for waterborne recreation. John was born into a Sunbury family with a strong commitment to skiffing and punting. They were involved with the Sunbury Regatta for many years. John, an enthusiastic member of Ditton's Rowing Club, was determined to set up a skiff club in Sunbury. He sourced and funded some old skiffs, which he kept in his mum's back garden in Thames Street. A club with 20 enthusiastic members was founded. However, this arrangement came to an end with the death of John's mother and consequent sale of the property. John responded to this challenge with vigour and determination. In 2010, he forged a beneficial relationship with Desborough Sailing Club in Shepperton. At last, Sunbury Skiff and Sailing Club had a permanent base. Membership has increased to around 30. The club is buoyant, if you forgive the term. It provides scope for fitness training and teamwork. Its success is a tribute to John's stamina and determination to overcome adversity and to make things happen. Well done, John. So many people in Spelthorne depend on volunteers in their daily lives. We greatly appreciate your commitment towards sport and have pleasure in making this civic award. If you'd step forward, please. Amanda Griffiths, nominated by Anne Scott. As a leader, Amanda has been active with the first Sunbury Rainbows and later the first Sunbury Brownies since 1996. This has involved dealing with a range of planning issues, communication with parents, and the delivery of a weekly programme of phased activities to meet the varied interests of the girls. She also supports the first Sunbury Guides and Rangers. Throughout this time, Amanda has demonstrated understanding in her leadership role and has maintained a warm and effective rapport with her charges. She reveals an infectious enthusiasm for her duties. On a regular basis, and notwithstanding pressures on her personal time, she has assisted with regular outings and residential visits. Amanda is modest and understated in her approach to voluntary work. She's remarkably efficient and regularly brings the challenges at hand to a successful conclusion. Blessed with a kind and happy personality, Amanda is well respected by her charges, colleagues, and parents alike. Thank you, Amanda, for your long-term presence and commitment to the Sunbury Brownies. It's with great pleasure that we present this Civic Award. If you'd step forward, please. Alison Hogan, nominated by Andrea Percy. For nearly 30 years, Alison has maintained strong links with the guiding movement in Shepperton. Her distinguished career started in 1995 when she became a guider with First Shepperton Guides. She opened Shepperton Rangers in 2001 and First Shepperton Rainbows in 2012. She is still active as a guider with those units. Furthermore, in the period 2010 to 2022, she became a Brownie Guider. What a career of frontline service for girls and young women. Alison then became District Commissioner for Shepperton 2013 to 2015, taking over full responsibility in 2013. Allied to these administrative duties, Alison completed the Guiding Going Away scheme, which qualified her to take guides to camp and brownies on pack holiday. These commitments were most ably discharged, notwithstanding the onset of personal health issues. In parallel, Alison founded the Dawson Youth Theatre for young people in 2019. Since its inception, Alison has directed and produced several of its productions, raising significant funds for local charities. Alison is a committed and dedicated leader. Her resolve and determination to carry on must inspire young ladies with whom she works. Alison, we congratulate you on your impressive achievements. We commend your dedicated service to young people. We have great pleasure in conferring this Civic Award. If you'd step forward, please.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Sharon Holmes, nominated by Gary Waters. For over 40 years, Sharon has maintained a strong and active engagement with the guiding and scouting organisations in Spelthorne. Her career path as a dedicated volunteer includes the roles of guide leader, kayaking instructor, cub and scout leader, training coordinator, and advisor and district commissioner for Explorer Scouts. In 2005, Sharon became the leader for Spelthorne District Explorer Scouts and the District Commissioner for Explorer Scouts. In these roles, she organised several international camps and skiing programmes in Switzerland. She qualified as a Duke of Edinburgh instructor and award assessor. In 2015, the Scout Association awarded Sharon the Medal of Merit. She was awarded the bar to this medal in 2021. Sharon holds a socially inclusive view of scouting and guiding. In 2016, she was instrumental in forming the Manamead Beaver and Cub Group, which she linked with the 6th Staines Scout Group. This bold initiative admitted children from the community special school to a programme of scouting activity. Indeed, one young man who transitioned to 6th Staines Scout Group has since achieved the role of young leader. Congratulations, Sharon. We acknowledge your dedication and impressive commitment and have great pleasure in conferring this Civic Award. If you'd step forward, please.
Perfect. Thank you.
Stuart Holmes, nominated by Gary Waters. Stuart has been actively involved with the Scouting Association since 1996, when he first became a trustee member of the 6th Staines Scout Group. This has involved the successful management of initiatives to build up and strengthen the group through imaginative fundraising activities, maintenance days, and the organisation of successful camps. This impressive listing includes the memorable international camp in 2000. In 2005, Stuart volunteered for the Spelthorne District Explorer Scouts. Here, he has served as an effective administrator and was involved with the preparation of candidates for the Duke of Edinburgh Award. In 2017, Stuart became treasurer of 6th Staines. Stuart has ensured that the Scout groups continue to engage and actively support young people in their personal development, empowering them to become a positive contribution to wider society. In that context, he has unwaveringly supported his wife Sharon in her related volunteering role. In so many ways, the Holmes family embodies the spirit of a household committed to the laudable cause of scouting in Spelthorne. Congratulations, Stuart. It's with great pleasure that we present you with this Civic Award. If you step forward, please.
Thank you very much.
Pauline Newman, nominated by Janet Matthews. Pauline is fully committed to enhancing the life experiences of folk less fortunate than herself. Since 2008, she has volunteered at the Daybreak Centre in St. Peter's Church Hall. Here, she is regarded as a highly valued member of the support team. Her catering skills are first-rate. Ever smiling, she makes the guest feel truly welcome and valued. Her skill set extends to the organisation and delivery of much appreciated entertainment, including a variety of board games and quizzes delivered with a smile and giggle. These endearing qualities make guests feel at home and appreciated. They are ever eager to return to the welcoming and friendly environment which Pauline helps create to relieve the loneliness that many would otherwise experience in the home setting. Pauline is also active in charitable work elsewhere in the borough. She can be found on a regular basis at Hilary's Hut on the Kingston Road. Here, she regularly provides entertainment for elderly and lonely folk. She is also involved with Home Start, where she's able to guide families effectively through the challenges of everyday life, drawing on her personal experiences and manifest concern for care in the wider community. Well done, Pauline. You have amply demonstrated your commitment to improving the lives of others in the Spelthorne community. We have great pleasure in making this Civic Award. If you step forward, please. Siobhan O'Sullivan, nominated by Monica Jones. Siobhan has dedicated almost 20 years of coaching service to the Sunbury Junior Regatta. This continues. Each year, the Edith Topsfield Junior Regatta has followed the main Sunbury Regatta. It's open to children aged 7 to 15 years and focuses on the skills of watermanship. Participants learn respect for the river, build confidence, increase levels of personal fitness, and acquire the important life skills of teamwork and self-respect. Over the years, Siobhan has led training programs for over 250 young people. Some have later joined local rowing clubs. Here, the roots of their outstanding achievements can be traced to the formative training schedules devised by Siobhan. Throughout the year, Siobhan remains deeply committed to her coaching activities. She is a passionate and accomplished skiff rower. Well before each regatta, she organises and leads coaching sessions for participants at the Sunbury Skiff and Punting Club, based at Desborough Sailing Club. Her engagement with young people does not end there. This year, for instance, she has spearheaded a crowdfunding exercise to raise funds for the replacement of well-worn dinghies. To date, this appeal has attracted over £3,000. What an achievement. Siobhan, so many young people in Spelthorne depend on volunteers to develop skills within their day-to-day lives. We greatly appreciate your commitment to rowing and have great pleasure in making this civic award. If you'd step forward, please. Sylvia Peacock, nominated by Joanne Williams. Sylvia joined the 6th Sunbury Brownies as a leader in 1996, following an appeal for adult support for the troop in which her daughter was enrolled. She has no regrets. She was immediately deployed as caterer for Brownie camps, a role that she continued over the years, preparing an estimated total of 5,000 individual meals. What an enormous achievement. Sylvia provides a role model for her young charges. Her sponsor, Joanne, reports, reliably, that she's taught hundreds of young girls to make and serve a cup of tea for their parents, and not forgetting the washing up. She is ever supportive and encouraging. Indeed, during an adventure weekend a few years ago, she took a turn on the zip wire to inspire the confidence of some nervous young brownies. Ever eager to make things happen, Sylvia has fully supported the impressive range of brownie activities, including district sports events, swimming galas, church services, and civic parades that benefit girls' social development. Particularly impressive in this context was Sylvia's flexible response to meeting group needs during the COVID lockdown. Here, she helped with the distanced distribution of activity packs to girls' homes in support of online meetings and the adaptive transition towards face-to-face meetings. Congratulations, Sylvia. We greatly appreciate your continued commitment to youth activity in Sunbury. We're delighted to confer this civic award. If you'd step forward, please.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Cathy Purdon, nominated by Christine Mills. Cathy is fully committed to enhancing community life in Spelthorne. What can I add to this nomination? Christine Mills, Cathy's sponsor, says it all. She highlights Cathy's long and distinguished career in guiding as follows. Cathy joined Girl Guiding Staines District when a team created 8 Staines Brownies in 1988. She gained her Brownie holiday license, running annual camps, masterminded an overseas trip to Melun in France to mark the millennium, and organised countless other activities for the girls between 2001 and 2015, when she held both district and division commissioner roles. She continues as assistant leader at the unit she set up, including the annual Brownie camp. When these frontline roles ended, Cathy became district and regional treasurer. Soon, she became involved in a management role as coordinator for bookings at the Paxmead Riverside Base in Shepperton, and latterly as a member of Friends of Girl Guiding. Alongside her guiding activities, since January 2014, Cathy has been an active volunteer with Manor Food Bank at Staines, making twice-weekly visits to families in dire need. What a career of dedicated community service. We acknowledge your distinguished achievements, Cathy, and have great pleasure in making this Civic Award. If you'd step forward, please. Ken Saunders, nominated by Lisa Leliette. Allow me to introduce Ken's remarkable nomination by citing an extract from Lisa's statement of support. And here I read. Ken helped coordinate the first Staines 10K road race in May 1997. He became the first race director, a position he held for 21 years. He continues to be an active committee member. In recent years, there have been over 700 runners. In the past 10 years, the event has raised over £80,000 for local causes, while many runners have run for their own charities. This activity has involved a staggering amount of detailed and long-term planning. It demands the coordination between the agencies in Spelthorne Borough to secure its safe delivery and impressive contribution towards local charities. Ken, it is widely recognised, has been the driving force behind this outstanding event. Ken's formidable achievements don't end there. He's been an active leader in so many other fields. These include Staines Strollers. Ken formed this running club in 1997. It aims to improve personal performance in the 10K, marathon, and half-marathon events. A Wednesday evening meeting is held to encourage non-runners to engage in the sport. Spelthorne Parasports Club. Here, Ken has been a volunteer and leader for 15 years. It aims to develop skills in sport and mutual support for young people aged 5 to 25. Indeed, several club members have already represented Spelthorne in the Surrey Youth Games boccia team, If, like me, you're unaware of this sport, Ken would be delighted to chat to you afterwards. I could continue. Congratulations, Ken. We greatly appreciate your continued commitment to athletics in Spelthorne. We're delighted to confer this civic award. If you'd step forward, please.
Thank you very much.
Oh, right.
£5 fine? Come on.
Your competition.
Oh,
I'll speak over it, don't worry. Patricia Whisker,
Martin's written something.
nominated by Geraldine Forster. Volunteering in the local community takes many forms. Tricia has been a dedicated community volunteer at Daybreak in Staines-upon-Thames since 2008. Each week, she readily applies her professional nursing and handling skills to manage the mobility of guests in a care setting. Tricia's related professional skills as a therapy assistant are widely appreciated. By demonstration, she willingly guides other volunteers in the safe practices connected to personal movement and the handling of guests. Her sponsor, Geraldine, comments, "I was a physiotherapist before retirement in 2020, and I could not have asked for a better therapy assistant." Tricia is a true and committed team member. No task is too small or seemingly insignificant for her to address. She is well respected and much valued by others. She maintains a lively and directed rapport with guests and fellow volunteers alike. These skills and dedicated commitment demand formal recognition. Congratulations, Tricia. We acknowledge your impressing and sustained commitment to the life of Daybreak and have great pleasure in conferring the Civic Award. If you'd step forward, please. David First, nominated by Councillor Karen Hawkins. David moved to Laleham in 2011, following a distinguished career in the City of London. He soon joined Laleham Residents Association and became heavily committed to all things Laleham. We now pay tribute to his unstinting service to village life, his qualities of leadership and determination to protect the local environment. David's main objective was to better the lives of people in the village through the active representation of local views. He was eminently successful in that endeavour. Following a period as treasurer, in 2015, David was elected unanimously chairman of Laleham Residents Association. Traffic management issues and road safety in the village became his core concerns, linked to environmental improvement. As his sponsor reports, immediately prior to his untimely passing, David was still actively engaged in forceful discussion with Shepperton Studios around the scale and pace of development. David held the health, safety, and quality of life of villagers close to his heart. David's contribution to the wider social life of Laleham demands an equal recognition. In 2013, he was firmly committed to bringing about the Laleham pantomime. A sponsor continues. For the next 5 years, David was the producer of the local show, coordinating, funding, and nannying to ensure that the Christmas event went ahead. David's efforts paved the way for the Laleham players, who still perform in the village hall today. Likewise, David's involvement in the formation and presentation of the 2021 Laleham celebration are legendary. And on behalf of the late David, we have great pleasure in making this Civic Award. We acknowledge with immense gratitude David's unstinting service to the Laleham community. If you please step forward. Letters of commendation. Anne Damerel, nominated by Elaine Hawes. Anne is passionate about supporting less privileged members of our local communities. For several decades, she's been actively involved in the critical domain of mental health. She is determined to make a difference to the lives of the less fortunate. Her actions are always well grounded in detailed knowledge of context and circumstance. She combines compassion with a non-judgmental approach to finding solutions to person and family-based problems. Anne received her Civic Award in 1998. Anne has since been active as an officer in so many fundamentally important organisations in the borough. These include the roles of Secretary of Staines Town Society since 1984, Treasurer of Spelthorne Mental Health Association since 1998, Treasurer of Spelthorne Home Start since 2003, and board membership of SCAN, Spelthorne Committee for Access Now, since 2015. I could go on. She is a modest person who has achieved so much by working in the background and away from the glare of publicity. Her achievements are solid. Her personal skills in negotiation have resulted in positive outcomes for many individuals experiencing disability and mental health issues. With justification, her interventions are much valued by fellow team members and clients alike. And we pay tribute to your unstinting and dedicated service to so many charities. We're indebted to you. It's with great pleasure that we present this letter of commendation. Please step forward. Judy Parsons, nominated by Isabel Parr. Judy has a distinguished career in guiding. For over 40 years, she's maintained a strong and active frontline engagement with the guiding movement in Sunbury and District. She has been leader of First Sunbury Guides since 1979 and Sunbury Rangers since 2011. She received a Civic Award in 2000 for her work with the First Sunbury Guides. Judy is fully committed to so many areas of girl guiding. Since 2011, she has taken on wider administrative roles. These include division mentor for River Ash and advisory roles at district and county level for inclusion and diversity. She has also acted as District Commissioner for Sunbury 2010 to 2015. In 2016, she became County and Region Advisor for the Queen's Guide Award. Meanwhile, and alongside these demanding administrative roles, Judy has assisted weekly with the Second Shepperton Rainbows and Brownies. What a career of dedicated public service towards young women. Congratulations, Judy. We acknowledge your inspirational leadership with the further award of this letter of commendation for your enduring commitment to the Girl Guide movement in Spelthorne. If you please step forward. Anne Scott, nominated by Isabel Parr. Anne's long and much valued association with the First Sunbury Rainbows and First Sunbury Guides started in 1976. Let me pause at this point. Anne's service spans 47 years. Yes, 47 years. In that time, she has contributed significantly to the well-being and socialisation of so many cohorts of young women in Sunbury. This started in 1976 with the leadership of the First Sunbury Brownies. She then progressed to lead the First Sunbury Guides, which continues today. Anne accepted a Civic Award in 2000. Gradually and in parallel, since 2011, Anne has become more fully involved with the administration and financial management of the First Sunbury Rangers. This has involved duties connected to the delivery of scheduled activities and planning of annual camps. There she has combined her role as mentor for River Ash. Anne remains fully committed. Anne, we again acknowledge with this letter of commendation your sustained and enduring commitment to the Guide movement and its contribution in so many ways to the social and cultural lives of young women in Sunbury. If you step forward, please. Chairman, that concludes the presentation of Civic Awards and letters of commendation.
Well, thank you so much indeed, Robert, and the Mayor for making the presentations this evening, and congratulations to the recipients. wonderful, wonderful works that you do for this borough. And thank you to all the sponsors who have brought the good works to the attention of the trustees. And I again would say to you that if you do know of people in the borough that you've worked with, in association with, who you feel fulfill the requirements for a civic award, do please bring them to our attention. We'd be most grateful there. Now, probably most of you are aware, but not everybody, that the borough itself is having a special anniversary this year. It's 50 years since two urban district councils joined together. Sunbury Urban District Council, which included Shepperton and the hamlets of Halliford, Charlton and Littleton. And they joined with Staines Urban District Council, which included Ashford, Stanwell and Laleham. There was some trepidation on all sides whether this would work, but it went ahead, and I think the results have proved that it was so right. I think this did happen in other parts of England, but these two boroughs joined together, and I think that has been a great benefit for all the residents. Today, the range of services offered by Spelthorne is probably far wider and far more complex than anybody would have thought 50 years ago. The Council's great support during local community has probably never been more apparent than in the COVID pandemic. It is important that it's recognised, the work that the Council does, continues to do, how vital it is for the community. And therefore, for me, it's a great pleasure to present a plaque which will mark this 50 years of the service that the Council has given to the community. So I'd like to present this to the leader and deputy leader.
Most reluctant of never If we may, we would just like to have a... Councillor Bateson and I would just like to address you and to thank you all.
Good evening, everyone, and it's a pleasure to see so many of you here. And what a fantastic evening and fantastic people we have in our borough. We should be very, very proud. 50 years ago, as Colin has alluded to, this month saw the coming together of Staines Urban District Council and Sunbury Urban District Council to become one authority, Spelthorne, unifying the 5 hamlets that make up Spelthorne. Over those 50 years, much has been achieved by the authority, and many people have contributed over those 50 years to make Spelthorne a place we're all so proud to live in. There have been many changes in that time, witnessed by many of us here this evening. We look forward to the next 50 years, the end of which will be the borough's centenary, continuing in the positive vein which has brought this borough so much recognition. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. I was 5 years old when Spelthorne became Spelthorne, and I don't remember it before, so I only ever remember Spelthorne. 50 years of serving our community, and when we look around this room tonight and see some of our wonderful residents who volunteer their time to make Spelthorne a better place. You are our true community. We would therefore like to dedicate this award to you all tonight, our residents, and offer our commitment that this authority will always put our communities at the heart of everything we do. Thank you all.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you indeed. It's really the end now of our formal evening. It remains me to say again how welcome you've all been here this evening, to thank everybody for the great support. I always do something. And then say that there are refreshments available. You're probably thinking about time. And that's literally down the corridor in the Goddard room. And so, as I say, I hope you enjoy the rest of the evening. It's a special occasion, and it's been a great pleasure to chair this. Thank you all.
Can we just give a hand of applause, please, for everybody that's spoken tonight and given out the awards? They've done a fantastic job. Mr. Squires, thank you very much. And everybody else that's joined you, thank you very much for making such a fantastic evening.
I should have added as well that we would like all those who've received awards, if they can, make it onto the back of the stage. So, if not in the front of the stage, but just so we can get a, oh, it's a dais, not a stage,
Group
but
photo.
so we can get a group photograph of all those who are the recipients for 2024. Thank you.
Thank you.